Hi everyone, welcome back to our monthly Q&A. Here is a bonus Q&A for November 2024, simply because we're coming into holiday season. And like I did in September and October, a lot of talk about the immune system becomes really relevant now, but also, parents start to ask me, oh my gosh, how am I going to maintain all of this over the holidays? All the good benefit that we've seen, all the good work we've been doing. How do we not undo it entirely through the winter holidays? Because that's going to involve desserts and treats and late nights and maybe sleep disruption and all kinds of these things. So parents start to ask me this earlier in the fall often. And so my answer is typically that you start now. You start now making sure your child is getting nutrient dense foods as much as possible. You're prioritizing sleep. You're making sure that those things are all in a row, like those ducks are all in a row, and really revisiting things like the four pillars of health for your child, making sure things like their nervous system is regulating, their gut is healing or healed and managed as much as possible, that they're getting good energy cellularly, and that their immune system is working in a healthy way. And that we're dealing with any inflammatory issues or anything like that. So taking it as it comes, but preparing for the holidays, the sabotaging to some degree. This is not just relevant for children. Obviously, it's relevant for the whole family. Most of the adults I see are like, yeah, I get derailed every Christmas and New Year or winter holiday season because it's the time when you're with your loved ones and friends and celebrating, and it's a big time, and it can sabotage things. And also know that yes, it's temporary and there are ways to recover. So even things like making sure there are vegetables available and that you are actually consuming nutrient dense foods alongside stuff that is more of the treat foods. If that's the only thing you can do, do that. You know, don't just have the treats. At least, have a good packed salad, with some good nuts and seeds and, you know, uh, really, really densely nutritious vegetables in there. If you can't avoid the sweets and the carbs and the more treat like foods, at least put in something that's healthy to go along with it. Protein as well. Balance your blood sugar as much as possible. So I've written a blog post years ago that was like, just make sure you eat a vegetable. Just make sure you add in stuff that's healthy at the very least. So that goes for the whole family, including your child. If they can't, or if you can't avoid them having treats because grandma and grandpa are there, auntie and uncle are there, and your child's getting treats, you know, behind the scenes and you don't even know it. Just making sure those things are in place. And then recovery things you can do are also about nutritionally dense stuff, fortifying what you're eating, or even having a little bit of a break. Some people really do well with fasting for either a day or a half a day with bone broth, or good vegetable broths or good soups, like things that are, again, nutrient dense, easy to digest for the body, giving your body a break, but also repleting it, giving your body a high level of the nutrients it needs to recover. Even if it means you're going to go right back into the partying and the celebrating, you can alternate those days in. You can schedule those days in, that okay, these are the days we're celebrating, and then we're going to have a recovery day, and then we're going to go back into the parties, and then another recovery day for the whole family. So those are just some tips there that you can add in. And those recovery days don't have to be fasting days, like I just mentioned. They can be just when you up a lot of your good gut supplements, whatever it is you are taking, and maybe just switching to, or putting greater emphasis on the things that are nutritionally dense, like the vegetables and the lean good proteins. Lean proteins, but also good fats in there, just to help balance things out. And prioritize sleep. Sleep. Really good time for that. And of course, fresh air and exercise and giving your body all of those good things that it needs, and maybe you'll have extra time for in between the partying and celebrating. So, okay, that's just a little bit of a early prep for the holiday season coming. You might not think about it right away, but you can come back to this when it starts to pique your interest and when it starts to show itself. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month for our monthly Q&A.